Donald Trump, like many a businessman turned politician before him, argued that if he was elected, he would bring his managerial acumen to Washington, making government run like a business with efficiency and skill. What we've seen instead is the most chaotic and incompetent White House in living memory. And it's only getting worse. Let's begin with the Trump administration's new media superstar, Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci. Despite having no experience in politics or press relations, Scaramucci was hired because President Trump saw him on cable TV, and he is indeed a perfect creature of that medium, not well informed, but absolutely confident in everything he says. Scaramucci has some other critical qualities, especially his over-the-top love for Trump, but what makes him unique is his propensity for moments of absolutely shocking candor, of a kind we don't normally expect from professional spinners. So now, in a White House that Trump once described as a fine-tuned machine, the chief of staff and the communications director are in open war with one another. According to multiple reports, Reince Priebus was adamantly opposed to Scaramucci's hiring, but in his first appearance at the White House, Scaramucci explained the conflict away by saying they're like brothers who sometimes fight. Then, yesterday, Politico published Scaramucci's financial disclosure form from his recent position at the Export-Import Bank, and Scaramucci believed Priebus was behind the leak, leading him to tweet, "The tweet has since been deleted, in light of the leak of my financial disclosure info, which is a felony. I will be contacting at B&V at the Justice Dipped Swamp at Reince 45. The only problem is that the forms are publicly available to anyone who requests them. That's the thing about disclosure." Yet Scaramucci seemed to accuse Priebus of committing a felony and said he was sicking the FBI on him. Then, this morning, Scaramucci did an extraordinary half-hour interview on CNN, in which he barely attempted to contain his scorn for Priebus, who is technically his boss. When asked about White House leaks, he said, "The fish stinks from the head down, but I can tell you two fish that don't stink. Okay, that's me and the president. Who else would be at the head, besides the person whose job it is to run the White House?" Scaramucci went on, "If you want to talk about the chief of staff, we have had odds, we have had differences. When I said we were brothers from the podium, that's because we're rough on each other. Some brothers are like Cain and Abel, other brothers can fight with each other and get along. I don't know if this is repairable or not, that will be up to the president. But he's the chief of staff, he's responsible for understanding and uncovering and helping me do that inside the White House, which is why I put that tweet out last night. If Reince wants to explain that he's not the leaker, let him do that. Holy cow. I've been around for a while, and I can't ever remember one senior White House official publicly throwing that kind of shade at another senior White House official." Scaramucci must be pretty confident in his position, even though he has only been there for a few days. There's a risk for him, which is that, as we know, Trump doesn't like anyone stealing too much of his spotlight. That might suggest that Scaramucci's ultimate fate lies with the editors of Time magazine. If they put him on their cover, he's in big trouble. But that may be an overly simplistic reading of the dynamic between